everyone, it is MissSimReno, and if you are returning to the channel, welcome back. If you are brand new, I am so excited that you decided to join me here. Today we are doing another speed build. We are back in Sulani, but this is one that I pre-recorded, I think like last week or the week before, pretty much when the pack came out. So I jumped right in, and I did want to kind of save this build for a little bit later, but I was kind of excited to share it because it is something pretty small and it's kind of modern. It's called the Almost Modern Bungalow. The modern style of building and furnishing is not something I'm very comfortable with or confident in. It's something I do feel as though I struggle with. So since I felt pretty comfortable in Sulani and with most of the new items that we've got, I decided to kind of dip my toes in a modern-ish build. You guys will have to tell me what you think because I was a little nervous about this one. I think it came out nicely, but I do have another very, very modern build, not in the world of Sulani, coming out very, very soon. It's actually in Oasis Springs, and that one is, I don't even know how to explain it. I guess your standard modern build. So you look forward to that one, and I really look forward to getting your guys' feedback on that because, like I said, it's not a style I'm comfortable with. But to talk about the build here, the structure itself is very simple. It's kind of it's more of like a one bedroom but like open floor plan. So the bedroom isn't actually a separate room from the rest of the bungalow itself. I just use partitions to separate different living areas. So it's almost like a studio bungalow, I guess you could call it. Obviously the bathroom is completely separate, but like the dining, living, and the bedroom are all technically one room. But I do try to separate them because I love open floor plans like that. I love the openness, but I do kind of, I don't know, I want to make sure there's a distinct difference, a distinct separation between these different spaces. Because I was also thinking, you know, the sim or the sims that do live here, if they have company over, they don't necessarily just want their bed exposed. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I think it's like a privacy thing. So I wanted to make sure there was at least a distinct separation. And I am just going ahead and trying to sort out the blinds situation. I was going to try to use these string lights, and eventually later on in the build I get rid of them just because they were so high from the ceiling and I just felt like they looked awkward over the window like that. So I end up changing it, but I also raised the window up, so I guess I could have used it. But the partition from this new pack is what I ended up pulling out. I think I used 2 of them to actually just separate the bedroom-ish with the living space. And I did playtest this build, so it all works. Your Sims can get back there and they can actually access both sides of the bed as well. So if you were looking to download this build for a couple, it would work fine for both of them to be able to stay in that bed. And I do use a lot of the new items that we got, obviously, because I was trying to highlight some of the more modern items that we got with this pack. So I do pull out those seating items, the couch and the chairs, because I completely just lost the name of those items. And I use a lot of Jungle Adventure, as I have been doing in my Sulani builds, because they really do match very, very well. And since this was more of a modern build and I used the darker woods, I used the darker swatch of the new countertops that we got, and I used the black stove and fridge from Jungle Adventure. And I kind of make a little island, so there's no formal dining area. I was thinking that they kind of sit in that seating area when they eat, or they go out in the seating area that I create on the porch. So it really is just kind of a, I don't know, kind of a studio style. But yeah, I go ahead and decorate the kitchen a little bit. I did put up those little flip-flop lights because I love them and I can't resist using them, especially in Sulani. And the build itself is not very cluttered. It's not extraordinarily personalized either because I really didn't have specific Sims in mind as I built this house at all. I was really just thinking it was a single sim or a couple, but no distinct personality was coming to my mind, no distinct career or anything like that. So it was kind of just a basic build. I wanted to use just a lot of, like I said, a lot of the modern items and see what I could make with that and see if I liked it and if I was feeling comfortable. And I'd say for the most part, I do like how it came together. I think that the darker wood swatches came together really nicely because I was trying to fish for other items in different packs that could kind of mesh with that. And I really do like the black appliances. I love stainless steel personally, but I do love the black ones in here too. I just think it makes it look kind of cool but comfortable and still very welcoming. And I was so happy I found that rug there from Jungle Adventure that I placed under the coffee table, because it really did tie in that dark theme that I've kind of established throughout the build. As you can see, I'm a little hesitant just with, I guess, kind of my decision making with it. So I'd be really interested to hear what you guys think. I'm really seeking feedback on this because it's just not a style that I'm comfortable with. So yeah. And then I kind of build a gallery wall with these prints that you can get from the BB Show Hidden Objects cheat, and they are basically photos that have been taken underwater. I believe that you can start unlocking those with the diver career, if my memory is serving me correctly. So that's how you get them, and I did place that conch shell, which again is a BB Show Hidden Objects object, and I believe they can actually use that. Sims can blow on it, and I think it calls mermaids. I haven't played around with it, so I'm thinking that's what I've seen on YouTube and Twitter and what people have been chatting about, so definitely play around with that if you haven't already. And here I'm trying to just kind of throw a mirror out there. I couldn't find a good place, so I just hop back into the bathroom, and I end up changing the wallpaper as well because it was looking a little too bright when I wanted this build to be a little bit darker. I was going to go with this paneling, but it looked a little too run down, so I went ahead and settled with the more modern wood paneling that we got there with this pack. And then I do the stand-up shower and just a towel rack, and it does look very sleek in my opinion. I really enjoyed how the bathroom came out, and I think I felt very comfortable with the bathroom just because those items did mesh so well, so I didn't have to really search for a lot of items that would work in the bathroom. I don't know. I was very unsure about this whole build, so forgive this voiceover too because it's really coming out that I was unsure about it, but the interior is pretty much done, so I move on to the back porch and I end up just creating a little seating area. I skip out on the picnic table. I wanted it to kind of just be an outside lounge area, so I do pull out one of those new couches and those chairs, and I go ahead and repeat the coffee table that I had inside as well. And I use that fencing from Jungle Adventure because I think I mentioned it in one of my other builds. Those packs really do go together nicely. There are a lot of items, a lot of like wood swatches that do mesh together really well. So I enjoy using those when I can in Sulani as well because it just adds, I don't know, kind of a different tropical feel to things. And yeah, now I'm just kind of checking out the rest of the build, swapping out the coffee table just so I didn't repeat it on the inside and outside because I felt like inside was a little bit more modern, so I used the updated, more modern coffee table and kept the wicker one outside. And now I'm just adding some plants to the front porch, and I add a little bit more detail in regards to landscaping to the back of the build, and I do add some colorful shrubs in the front too because I felt like it needed a pop of color to contrast kind of those really dark swatches that I ended up going with on the exterior and the interior. So I thought that that was a nice touch, and we are actually already getting close to the screenshots. This was a really quick one, but I did want to share it with you guys because I thought it was a good opportunity for me to kind of engage with you a little bit more and get your feedback, especially since I am a new builder and I'm still kind of finding my groove with a lot of things. So your participation, engagement, and just chatting with me and telling me what you think is super, super valuable. I can't emphasize it enough, and I'm just so appreciative that you guys are here. So thank you so, so much for watching this. I hope that you enjoy it. I can't wait to hear what your thoughts are, and I'll catch you next time I post a video. Talk to you guys soon. Bye!